Welcome.
All right. We have a class today that is in service of you creating a little bit more stability during times of chaos, during heightened emotions, during a lot, right? So today, having a mat, I have a bolster. You might have a bolster. You might have a blanket or a couple blankets. You could have a block. I also have a little hand towel and a journal, Kleenex. You're going to be doing a purification technique to, again, help us with our finding our stability and bringing down the intensity of how we're feeling or our connection to the emotions and the feelings. So, not to sever that connection, but just to be able to handle them, to be able to allow them to be there and direct that energy appropriately, direct those thoughts that go along with the emotions and the feelings that go along with emotions, the physicals. That's what this, that's what we aim for today. Okay. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. You can be seated on the floor, having props all around you just to make sure you're comfortable. Nothing's pulling or clenching in a way that is distracting. And then lengthen up through your spine with a slight chin tuck. So we are going to be doing a mudra as you listen to something that I've chosen to kind of get us started for today. And this mudra is the earth gesture mudra. The reason I chose this mudra to go along with our practice is, again, there's a lot going on right now, and there always is in the world, right? But some things feel more applicable and they impact us more than others. So, this earth gesture is going to help us be grounded, it's going to help us feel stable. But because of that grounding and that stability, which helps us feel rooted, we're not so much in our head ruminating, in our head having those anxious thoughts, in our head feeling overwhelmed, not sure what to do. How do I deal with this? What is the world coming to? Spinning sort of out of control, right? So it helps us gather all of that information, get it grounded, so that we have the clarity of mind and the ability to concentrate to figure out how we want to handle moving forward. What can we do? Most of us right now in the US have found ourselves with the Roe v. Wade being overturned, and that's caused a lot of feelings, a lot of anxiousness, and there's a lot of things going on all the time that, again, may or may not hit us in the same way, but we want to make sure that you have the tools to help you stay grounded so that you can handle this information, what you need to do, how you want to move forward, and be able to be a light for others, right? And allow yourself to direct that precious energy of yours appropriately, skillfully. That's what yoga is always about, right? To be able to use our energy skillfully, mindfully. So, this mudra, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to just simply touch the pad of the thumb to the pad of the ring finger. Then the index finger, middle finger, and and pinky are out. Okay. And then you're going to just place it on your thigh somewhere or on your knee, depending on how long your arms are and where that feels comfortable. So this is very grounding, and it just helps us with the negativity, the anger. It helps us with circulation. It helps us with, again, calming that mind. So go ahead and get yourself settled. Start to breathe into the body, finding a circular breath. Inhaling for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, looking to have no breaks, as though the inhale and the exhale are the same, no interruptions. Maybe you want to inhale for 6, exhale for 6, but you're looking for the balanced breath. And as you continue to breathe, as you continue to connect to the seat. You might want to wiggle around with the spine so that your sit bones, your right landed in the right spot so everything feels stacked. But I want you to also consider any places you're noticing tension or tightness in the neck and the shoulders, upper back, low back, hips. And I want you to imagine that as you're breathing, you're able to simply relax these pockets in the body. Any amount, just simply by willing it, just simply by bringing awareness to those parts of the body. So breathing and exploring the body, imagining that as you notice a spot that feels tight or doesn't feel good, that you're able to just breathe and open that space. Just imagine that's possible. Continuing to breathe, settling into this practice. Permission to feel, pushing away emotions. Throughout our lives, we may experience emotions that disturb or distress us. Often, our first reaction is to push them away. We may say, I don't want to think about that right now. I'll think about it later. And we bury our feelings, deny their validity, or distract ourselves with other concerns. The diverse emotions you experience are neither good nor bad. They are simply a part of being human. Choosing not to face pain, anger, or other intense feelings could cause them to become buried deep into your physical body. There, they may linger unresolved and unable to emerge, even as they affect the way you experience the world. Allowing yourself to experience all of your emotions rather than pushing the more painful ones away can help you come to terms with them so that you can process them and then move on. It is possible to bring forth the old feelings you have pushed aside and experience them in a safe and enriching way. It may sound silly to set aside time to feel your old wounds that you have not dealt with, but this can be a very beneficial healing experience. Finding a safe space and picking a time when you can be alone. Make sure that you feel secure and comfortable in your surroundings. Bring to mind the circumstances that originally triggered the emotions you have been pushing away. You may need to revisit these circumstances by reading relevant entries in your journal or using visualization to relive your past. Once you have triggered your long denied feelings, let yourself experience them and try not to judge your reactions. Cry or sound your emotions if you need to, and do not block their flow. Allow any thoughts that are connected to them to surface. As you release the feelings you have pushed inside of you, you will find yourself healing from the experience associated with them. When you deal with your feelings directly, they can move through you rather than staying stopped up in your body as emotional blocks that can sometimes turn into disease. Acknowledging your feelings instead of pushing them away allows you to stay healthy and in touch with yourself emotionally. So continuing to breathe. Just acknowledging that your emotional body and your physical body communicate. They help each other out. They try to find balance. And it can be somewhat uncomfortable. So just breathing into your body, noticing any of that dis-ease, and taking a few more moments to imagine that you're able to open up in those spots, bring in spaciousness, peace. Now you might need a Kleenex. You can start to blink your eyes open. You might want a Kleenex because we're going to do this breathing activity. So get everything out of the nose. And we are simply going to inhale and then vigorously exhale from our navel. So we'll inhale and then, so you're going to push as hard as you can, essentially, from the belly button towards the spine. And it's just going to be like a, and the goal here is to try to stay stable while you do that. So you'll inhale and then you're trying not to go all over the place. You're trying to be strategic and affect only the navel as we do this. So I'm going to count how many we're going to do. We're going to do 33 in one go, pause, connect to how we're feeling, and then do 2 more rounds for 99, okay? So go ahead and get yourself stable. You can, if you want to keep your mudra, you can, if that feels like you can do both. Otherwise, just placing your hands somewhere on your thighs. Closing your eyes and mentally preparing. Inhale, go. And finish. Breathe normally. Prepare by inhaling and go. Last one. Breathe normally. One last round. Inhale to prepare. And let it go. Breathe normally. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice if you've already had an energetic shift. Maybe the mind already feels calmer. Maybe the energy feels more directed. And gently, slowly come out of your pose. Okay. I'm going to have you come up to all fours. Just a nice little tabletop and pedaling it out a little bit, almost like you're pawing the ground like you're a cat. And then wagging your tail as if you're a dog, allowing the spine to sweep from side to side. Let the head hang. Good job. Inhale, look up into your cow. Exhale, arch into your cat. Shining those spines towards the ceiling. Let the head hang. Maybe you want to shake no and yes. Maybe you want to do some circles. Then on your next inhale, slowly articulating through the spine, coming into your cow. Just looking forward slightly, not full forward, just a little slight. There's still a slight tuck through the abdomen. Exhale, arch through into your cat. Again, let the head hang. Inhale, come back into cat. Good job. Wonderful. Now I want you to consider, as we're trying to bring stability and strength and ground the energy, I want you to consider what is on the floor. Your palms, your fingertips, your knees, your shins, your feet. and just feel the stability of this.